Hey guys, welcome to another webinar. And this webinar is going to be quite short, I presume, because I'm not really going to do much in regards to look at assets, but I want to introduce something new and show you guys something new. Quite recently, a lot of you will have witnessed me doing a lot more of stock markets rather than the FX, and I'm doing more indices as well. And there's a reason to that. They're more stable than the FX market. Just a quick introduction. Just a quick introduction for those that have never literally been to the webinar before. If this is your first time on the webinar, welcome and thank you for joining us. And God bless you. Basically, we look at three things in this webinar. We look at COT report, Commitment of Traders report. These are free information for everybody to have. We look at seasonality and we look at probability. Funny enough, seasonality is also now free on trading views on, I think, specific assets, but we still have a version here. And probability, I don't think you get anywhere. You can get that anywhere else, right? So we look at this three, and the aim of this is to allow you to depict what the market is going to do before it does it. And I'm not saying you should, follow whatever I'm showing you guys here as my own primary this is my own primary outlook of the market, because that disclaimer has to be said. This is only for purely educational use only. So COT report looks something like this. Let's just give it a moment to load. Looks something like this, and this information is available to us based on Freedom of Information Act. And it shows you three categories, which is non-commercials, commercials, and non-reportable. For those guys that trade, you're used to seeing indicators on your stuff, seeing charts, seeing trend lines, seeing EMAs and all of that. But I don't really use that. I let the robots use that because we do have EAs that trade for us. We don't have to be in the market 24/7 looking at, market. Nobody has time for that. Quite frankly, I believe every rich or super wealthy trader out there or investor out there don't have time to be in the market 24/7. All they do is they have systems that make decisions for them, right? Some of them have to input the decision. Some of them, the decision is made automatically. Now, you live in a world of, let's just call it cheaters. Remember, there's some people that programmed the market, and those that program the market, this is my own opinion, by the way, but there's some truth to it. Those that program the market have access to the market to make money every time. Obviously, they're not going to be there taking out money 24/7 because it's going to make it obvious, but they do have some insight. And what we tend to do is also we try to tip the scale in our favor based on some of those guys have to report their information to the government. And when they report their information to the government, we tend to see some of those as insight like this. So we tend to follow guys like commercials right here, and non-commercials also, and non-reportable. But the main people that we really follow are these guys. Some of the guys that probably have impact in the market, know more about background information about the market, they'll probably follow the non-category and non-commercials, but we don't follow them, we follow these guys. Now, what we want to do in the market is long means buy, short means sell. And what we want to simply do is we want to follow whatever direction these commercials are going. At the moment, they're going more to the short side, but you still see some long side positions there, so we don't take that. And why I'm doing this now is I'm just showing you guys that are new to this what we do here on a regular basis. But as I said, this webinar is going to be short, and I'm not really going to be doing much analysis. So this is what COT looks like. If you want to get access to COT, just go on Google, type in COT report. You can get it directly from CFTC. The raw information looks like this. This is how the direct information looks like from a source. Yeah, so many assets right there that I can look into. And this tool right here would save you a lot of time when assessing the market. Rather than going to draw trend lines and all of that stuff, you just come here, look at the position which these guys are going in, just follow what they're doing, right? And that's what most of these what's it called, brokers promise you. We have copy trader here, we have copy trader there, and all of that. You don't need copy trader, you just need something like this. But obviously, if you find someone that trades goods and they're willing to give you some of their information, and be my guest. So that's what that looks like, and seasonality looks like this. So everyone should be familiar about seasonality. You might not know what it means, but let me explain it to you. Seasonality is basically seasons, right? On the planet, every region around the world has its own season, right? Europe has winter, autumn, summer, and spring. I think I'm in Nigeria right now. I've been in Nigeria for a while now. So Nigeria has raining season. I think they have their sunny season, and then they have Harmattan season. So they have three seasons, right? And based on those seasons, you can predict what is most likely going to happen. Rainy season, there's going to be more rain. Sunny season, there's going to be more sun. Harmattan season is going to be dry as heck and dusty and all of that stuff. You get, and that's the same thing for the market. Market has its down season, its up season. It has actually Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. And the way the market behaves in those, time is different. So let's say, for example, we're looking at Air France. We want to look at seasonality, looks something like this, and it assesses the last, for this asset, for example, it does the last 3 years, last 5 years, last 7 years, right? And it puts them into one big graph right here. And what we tend to do is go only when all three aligns together. So if all three aligns together like so, we go into the market and we short the market. And when they align like that, we buy. And when it looks sideways, they all look sideways and choppy like this, we stay away from the market, right? We only want to go in when they align and when they have reasonable amount of move happening. So if you have this happening, for example, and your COT report also is saying you should buy at this time. Let's say this is also Air France on COT report, and he's saying buy, and you're right here, for example, then the ideal thing is to buy. If you have seasonality telling you that in the past 5, 3, 5, 7 years, price tend to move up toward that direction, that's the season. And then you'll see the commercials also doing the same thing, then you should just follow it. So now let's look at something new. So this is for the guys that have been with me for a very, very, very long time. Now, you know that COT report is limited in amount of information that it has. Most of the stocks are not there. And sometimes, excuse me, by the way, there's a lot of ads on my stuff. My ad blocker is not on. I think I'm on incognito window or something like that. So these are majorly what seasonality assets, the majors that they have there. And I tend to used to trade FX a lot, but right now I'm more into indices, right? Indices and stock market. But these guys are stable as well. Energy is stable, treasuries are stable a little bit, grains are very stable. You can tell, but because these guys follow the seasons of the planet, right? If you get a seasonality chart for these guys and you look at it, you will tell that the COT tends to align more with the season as well. So that being said, you don't really find stock assets on the COT report. And the alternative to COT report that I found was this site. Funny enough, I've had this for a very long time. I've never shown it. I think this is my first time I was showing it here. But I was browsing on Instagram like 2 days ago or a day ago or something like that. I mean, it's 2 a.m. in the morning right now for me. Tired of tech, but I just decided I had to do this for you guys. So like, what's it called? I bumped into it again, and I thought like, this is something good for all of you to have. So this is an indirect COT report, and what this asset shows you is it's insider information. So just like COT report, but it shows you inside, and it lags like COT, but these guys lag by I think 2 days or 3 days behind, right? Compared to the COT report that lags a week. This one is a week lag, right? The COT report, why these guys are like 2, 3 days lag. So in this section, you have, just like in COT report, when you have, let me just pick one, a random. Legacy. So you have commercials, non-commercials, and non-reportable, right? These guys, you have the executive levels, which is the company's president, the CEO, the COO, CFO, right? So you can choose CEO, and you can choose the CFO, you can choose the VP, and the president, right, of the company, right? And if you do search, oh yeah, you can choose what type of transactions you want as well. If it's a sell transaction, if it's a buy transaction. So if it's a buy, if it's a sell, so you can put that there. And then all you just need to do is click search, and it will give you different stock assets. And obviously, you can also come here and type in the ticker right there. To get whatever you want to do. But this will give you, so for example, this is Amazon on the 23rd, no, 21st, Amazon stocks, for example. This guy was selling. Who is this? Let's see who this person is. So this is the CEO of Amazon. CEO worldwide Amazon store. So this is not Bezos, by the way. You get this is Douglas, and it's showing what he's doing. All right. So he owned, I think this is 526,141 shares. And let me see, minus 1%. So he sold a quantity of 6,000 shares at 1.3 million. 1.3 million, basically 1.373851. So 1,373,851, right? And that's the amount of position he sold. Now, for a company like Amazon, that's not really a big volume, but it could significantly indicate that he knows something that we don't know and he's selling. So now what you can do is you can come and check your stock seasonalities and look for Amazon, for example. Do we have Amazon here? We have Amazon. Right, beautiful. Right. Now you can look at Amazon stock seasonality and check. This is May. We're in May right now. This hasn't been updated for a while. So he sold on what day? So he sold on the 21st. This was reported on the 23rd, and now it's on the 26th. Just almost a week that he sold. So almost a week that he sold. But 3 days after reporting, we're looking at it. And if we look at it, he sold it on the 21st. We look at this. He sold around this period, 2021. There's not really much that seasonality is telling us. So for that reason, we don't tend to use that information. So this information is nullified for us. So let's check for something else. Let's probably check Apple. Let's see. Yeah, you might have to. You know me for a second. The ticker, I don't know. I think Apple is. Okay, let's search. So what's the ticker for Apple? Yeah, okay, AAPL. That's what it is. I was typing APPL. Uh, this is very annoying. I'm not using ad blocker at the moment, so it's gonna be giving me some nonsense right here. So this is Apple, right? And if we check Apple, the last time we had, this is quite annoying. So I would recommend you guys get an ad blocker. Don't do it like I'm doing right now. My ad blocker isn't on, so this is giving me a lot of noise right here, and I don't like this noise. Um, flip that. I clicked the ad, open that something reasonable will happen. But I'm just gonna look at it through the background right here. So we have this guy. I mean, he owns 15,000 shares. This guy at the top right here, principal accounting officer. So we don't need information from principal accounting officer. We need the CEO. We need the president. President. Flip. Guys, this is annoying me, and I'm literally getting restless to go to sleep. So I might skip this stuff if this stuff doesn't do what I want it to do. Flip. Yeah, I would recommend you have ad blocker run, guys. Uh, freaking heck, Mike. I'm just gonna do that quickly. I know you guys might be saying this might look quite unprofessional. Keep in mind, I'm doing this for you guys for free. I'm just showing you guys. So, right. So Apple, as you can see, Timothy Cook. So Tim Cook, you guys know Apple CEO, right? As of the 4th, which was April, he sold. So these guys own 3.2 million shares, right? And he sold 108 million of those shares at 24 million, right? Now, he sold that on the 2nd of April. So let's go check April for Apple. Let's see, normally on the 2nd of the April, we get a down move. And look at that. He sold on the 2nd of April, right? But look at seasonality right here. Seasonality says around that period, Apple drops a little bit by a few days, you get. So he drops from the 4th. Now, the thing about, oh, this is very annoying. Whoever designed this side did not think about it, true. It's just annoying with this thing. You can see, if you look at this, right, you can see the drop in the chart, right? It's a very small chart that is showing us, and you can see there's a drop. But to make things a little bit more interesting, go to trading view. Can we check on trading view? Apple, Finance, Yahoo Finance. This is meant to be a very short webinar, by the way. I'm literally pushing it right now. So if let's check year to date. I don't really use this. So he sold, right, on the 2nd of 04. And we know based on seasonality, this thing is meant to drop on the 4th of 04, right? So if we go here, so he sold, you can look at what this guy done, right? He sold right here. You get the gist. He sold on the 2nd, and look what happened. It dropped. Now keep in mind, our seasonality told us we should go in on the no, he sold right here. This guy is a crook. So he sold on the 2nd, right? Right here at the top, right here. And look what happened, right? Immediately after he sold, a day later, just to show that I'm not bullshitting you guys, the information is right here. Go to the site, go check it. I'm giving you guys this for free. He sold 24 million worth of this shares on the 2nd, right? 2025. He doesn't sell much. Look at the last time he sold, 2024, right? But he sold in 2025 on the 2nd because they have to tender this information out. By law, they have to do it. So it's now up to you if you want to be able to see it or not. He sold on the 2nd, right? He filed the information on the 3rd, right? One day after. So he sold on the 2nd, filed the information on the 3rd, and look what happened to the stock market. And before we look at what happened to the stock market, seasonality is telling us on the 4th will be the best day to sell and probably try to exit by the 6th, right? Now, look at what happened to the market right here. He sold on the 2nd, which is right here, right? And immediately, Now, let's keep in mind, he filed on the 3rd, right? On the 3rd seemed to be, let me see, so 2nd, he filed on the 3rd right here. On that 3rd, you won't get the information on the insider to, maybe 4th or something like that. But you can see what happens. Immediately sold right here, market start dropping, right? And he dropped for 2 days straight. And according to seasonality, you're meant to sell and get out on, where is it again? Meant to sell on the 4th and get out on the 6th. Maximum on the 6th, you should be out. So if you look at it, look what happened. If you follow seasonality, our seasonality, you will sell on the 4th, and then you'll be out basically on the end of 4th because you have Friday and Saturday, Sunday. So 4th, you sell in the morning on 4th, take your profit and leave the market. Or you wait till Monday and take your money, but you won't want to do that. Just leave the market immediately at the end of the day, and you would have still profit. So what I'm getting at here is this, right? For stock markets, you can use these guys for your CO2 report. For your normal indices and everything, use the normal CO2 report, right? So that is what I'm getting at to you guys today. I just wanted to make sure that I passed the information out to you guys. I'm doing it for free for you guys. I'm practically giving you free money. A lot of people won't show you this. I'm doing this for you guys because you've been with me for a long time and I love you guys, It's a beautiful planet. We should all love each other and learn how to care for each other. So that's all I have for you guys today. As I said, I want this webinar to be short. I think it's already 10 minutes in. It's already quite late. I want to go to bed very soon, anytime soon. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was informative. And one more time, this is a disclaimer again. This is for educational purposes only. But if you know your drill and you know what you're doing, feel free to knock off the boots, man. Do whatever you need to do. So God bless, Godspeed, stay dangerous, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys. God bless you all, and let's take it easy. All right. Take care of yourself, guys, and catch you on the next one. Thank you for joining.